My lovely, and welcome back to my channel where I share with you simple and practical tips on living a happier and more meaningful life. In this video, I wanted to share with you 5 simple changes that you can make in your life if you feel unhappy. If you feel like you've been unhappy lately, then this video is for you because I wanted to share with you some changes that you can make, some simple but practical things that you can change in your life right now. That way you can start cultivating a little bit of happiness. In my previous video, I did share with you 3 reasons why you might be unhappy, so make sure to watch that video first. That way you can have a better understanding of why you might be unhappy, and then you can come back to this video to find the solutions, the things that you can do in your daily life to start cultivating more happiness and to feel ultimately happier. If you feel unhappy, the first thing that you have to do is to reflect on happiness itself. If you want something like happiness, then you have to understand what that thing is to be able to then cultivate it. So after you reflect, for example, for you happiness means spending quality time with loved ones, that logically means that in your busy schedule, you will have to find more time to connect with loved ones. Whether that means calling a friend during your lunch break or making time on the weekend to go see your family. If you understand that happiness means spending time with loved ones, therefore you will understand that you have to make the time for it to cultivate more happiness. Or maybe after reflecting, you understand that for you, happiness means quiet time, means quieting your chaotic mind and not having a schedule. Therefore, for you to feel happier, you have to make sure that on the weekends when you have more time and you're not working, you have to make sure that you have downtime, quiet time to yourself to just quiet your mind, journal, reflect, and just be with yourself. So here is your action item. Here's what I want you to do to start cultivating happiness right now. First, I want you to download the worksheet where I have some journal prompts to help you better understand what happiness means to you. And then once you're done the journal prompts, I want you to sit down for 5 minutes to brainstorm a list of ideas of things that make you feel happy, things that you want to be doing, whether it's habits, whether it's activities, whether it's daily routines, things that you enjoy doing that make you feel happy. That way you have an ongoing list that you can look at, that you can adjust, that you can add to as time goes by, and you can start paying attention to try and incorporate these things on a daily, weekly, monthly basis in your life to feel happier. So the second thing that you can do if you feel unhappy is to cultivate the habits that help you feel happier. And to piggyback on the action item that I just gave to you, if you brainstorm a list of things, of habits, of things that you can be doing on a daily basis to help you cultivate happiness, then I want you to start focusing what are the top 3 that you can pick out and start cultivating right away. What are the 3 habits that you think will have the biggest impact on your happiness right now? And it can be really small things. It can be calling your friend once a week and just talking to them. It can be creating a more inspiring morning routine. It can be journaling every single day. Small habits can have a big impact if you stick to it and you're consistent with it. If you want some inspiration of what habits you can cultivate to feel happier, make sure to watch my video where I share with you simple habits you can cultivate throughout the week to feel happier. The third thing that you can do if you feel unhappy is to cultivate daily gratitude. It's easy to get caught up in the doing. It's easy to get caught up in life and to think that we have to have a checklist and goals that we need to accomplish to feel happier. But if you stop and realize that you already have a really blessed life, if you stop and pause and think about the things in your life that you're grateful for, you might realize that you already have happiness right in front of you and that you've been pursuing the wrong things, or you're caught up in your goals and not focusing on the present, on the now. When we stop to appreciate what we already have, it becomes a lot easier to expand our heart, to feel more grateful, to feel more joy, and to feel happier for the things that we already have. It's easy to take things for granted, but when we pause and we feel grateful for what we already do have, then we can cultivate a lot more happiness because we realize we already have a lot of things that we can be grateful for and feel happy about in our life while still pursuing other goals. Here's your action item. I want to challenge you for the next 7 days to start your day with gratitude journaling, and it's very simple. You just every single morning you sit down for 5 to 10 minutes and you write down 3 things you're grateful for and why. If you want more guidance and more details on how to do your gratitude journaling every single morning, then make sure to watch this video where I share with you simple journal prompts that you can start your day with to feel more grateful and to ultimately cultivate happiness. The fourth thing that I want you to be doing, especially if you feel unhappy, is to spend your time more intentionally. It's easy to get caught up in life and to forget about the small moments, but I want you to pay attention to the small moments that you might be ignoring. If you're going for a walk and you're not paying attention to nature around you, or maybe making a cup of coffee mindfully, being present in the moment, being present with your thoughts and your body and yourself, making that cup of coffee. Because truly, at the end of the day, happiness is about the small things. It's about the small moments in life. And the more intentional you are with your thoughts, your emotions, your energy, and how you spend your time, the more happiness you can cultivate in your life. And once you start appreciating the simple things in life, you will see that happiness has been there all along and you just have to focus on it. You just have to be more mindful and intentional with it and to realize that happiness is truly about the small things. If you feel unhappy, another thing that you can do that might seem counterintuitive perhaps is to actually help others. What we don't realize is that we get caught up in ourselves, in our thoughts, in our emotions, and in our problems because let's face it, life can be challenging. However, when you step out of yourself, when you step out of your life, and when you actually extend help, when you actually give back and try to help someone else, even if it's in a small way, like keeping the door open or smiling to a stranger, you're expanding your life and your heart, and you're giving something positive. You're giving a positive energy to someone else, and that will come back to you without you realizing it. And if we take it a step further, if you help someone else, if for example you see someone on the street and you smile at them or stop and chat and see how they're doing, what you might not realize is that, you know what, my problems are not as bad as I think. And that will make you step out of your life, step out of your problems, step out of your head for a little bit to actually pause and think, okay, things could be worse. Things could always be worse. And even though this doesn't minimize your experiences or your unhappiness or whatever challenge you might be facing, for a small moment you might experience a bit of happiness because you'll realize, okay, it could be worse, and you're trying at least to help someone else and you're giving out positive energy that will come back to you. I want to hear from you. Out of the 5 things that I shared with you in this video, what is the one thing that you're committed to cultivating in the next 7 days? What is the one habit, one change that you will make based on this video in your life? That way you can feel happier. I want to hear from you. I want to encourage you, and I want to cheer you on, because ultimately what I want for you is to live a happier and more meaningful life. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video helped you. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want more simple and practical tips on how to live a happier and more meaningful life. Until next time, bye for now.